Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. My name's Casey.
And my name is Holden.
And today, we have this beauty.
Yes, so how do we find this, Casey? Or should I say, how did someone very much not me find it?
Oh, I have a good friend, his name's Derek, and we work together, and he kind of let me know on my breakfast break that the local store got some in. So I went and grabbed a couple.
And what we're going to be drinking today is the Blood Oath Pact 10. So you guys know, obviously, we have the Blood Oath Pact 9 right here on the shelf. That one was finished in Oloroso sherry casks. That was last year's batch. This one is this year's batch, which is Blood Oath Pact 10, 49.3% alcohol by volume, which is 98.6 proof, which is in fact the temperature of blood, hence Blood Oath. This guy is finished in Cabernet Franc and Merlot casks. So this in particular one, guys, is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey finished in Cabernet Franc and Merlot casks. And the basic gist of this bottle of bourbon here is that it is 2 rye bourbons, so like a bourbon with a rye in the mash bill, and 1 finished bourbon, all blended together and then finished in the 2 barrels, so Cabernet Franc and then Merlot. Then they take it out, put it in this bottle, and that's what we got here. So
hopefully some good juice.
Yeah, they don't have an age on it or anything like that, so I'm not sure how old it is. All I know is that it's Pact 10, and it's, you know,
Blood Oath, some good Lux Row stuff.
Yeah, quality Lux Row. So I do really enjoy the Blood Oath Pact 9, even though I haven't drank it much, just because, probably because it's in a cool bottle and it's in a cool box, and sometimes it makes me not want to drink it as much. But, oh, smells interesting out of the neck.
I'm excited to smell this. I'm not a huge fan of wine finish bourbon, so we'll see how this goes.
Yes, so a little bit of a sloppy pour there by me. And this bottle's not quite forgiving in that aspect, but
that's mine.
We got her here now, so let's get on the nose. Oh my.
Wow.
Goodness gracious. Is that really good, or is it just me?
That smells just like wine.
Oh. It does have a very distinct, like, red fruit, tannic,
like a dark
oak.
Red fruit.
Not tannic oak, like bitter oak. I shouldn't say tannic, but like that oak that you get from a wine barrel. Like, it's different than an oak on a bourbon. Like, that oak in a wine is kind of more like, it's got that red fruit in it, that desserty, like, red fruit, and the pepper.
That pepper definitely comes through on the nose.
Oh.
I can't say that I get a lot of pepper on the nose.
Yeah.
Of like any other whiskeys. Yeah.
I agree. Pepper's not a super common note that I get, but this definitely has it, which is, it's refreshing the layers to this. I almost want to say I get a little bit of like a leathery note as well. It's got a very like savory, that Lux Row kind of.
Wow, that smells good. Mmm. Definitely got a little bit of rye.
Oh yeah, the rye spice is there. Maybe
smells awesome.
A hint of vanilla, nothing too sweet, but I'm ready to drink.
Me too.
Salud.
Cheers. Yep, see, there it is. That finish.
You don't like that?
No, I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why I don't like that. On every wine, like even port wine, like Angel's Envy.
That's crazy, because you really enjoy the Angel's Envy cask.
Yeah, I do. I love that bottle. I like the store pick that you got me. Like, I don't know why.
That's crazy. I think this is really good. I was literally about to say that the finish, and the end of this palate here, and on the finish, it brings up this like oaky, chocolatey, like a cocoa powder, and with like the oak and a little bit of that red fruit from the wine. I think the finish is quite nice, but it's kind of giving me a little bit of a roller coaster here. The front of the palate almost brings like a nice sharp sweetness as well.
There is absolutely like, I shouldn't say absolutely nothing, but mid-palate, just not a lot going on. Front of the palate and the back of the palate are very strong finishing and starting.
Yeah.
The mid-palate kind of just loses it for me.
I feel like this has a lot of flavor though.
It does have a lot of flavor, don't get me wrong.
I just
I'm
like
saying the mid-palate, like front to back.
Yeah, and then the terms of the roller coaster, it starts and you go down and then you go back up at the end. The amount of flavors though.
Yeah.
This thing, and the body too is quite nice. This is a neck pour, but I gotta say the body and the amount of flavor this has is pretty insane. Very spice heavy though on the palate as well.
Very peppery.
And the fact that this is 98.6 proof.
This drink's a little bit higher than that, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say I don't remember the last year's Blood Oath
like a 105.
being this like high.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This
maybe we'll pull that one out.
This almost drinks like a 105.
I got last year's Blood Oath here. Oh my goodness, just for comparison's sake. I gotta say, last year's, at least proof-wise and body-wise,
Oh my gosh.
much difference. But on the nose of it, last year's is so sweet.
Oh my
Last year's was
gosh,
Oloroso Sherry.
Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
I do like that bottle though, and that one's finished in sherry.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a night and day difference. This one has got so much more of like an earthy, spicy, peppery tone. So if you guys really like those like darker red wines or like the darker red wine finishes that offer a little bit more spice in it.
Yeah, this one, number 9, is still very good. Just not as strong as flavor as it.
No, I agree. Number 9 is a lot simpler.
Which, you know what? Some people like that.
Mm-hmm. But that being said, Casey and I are going to sit back, chill with this for a bit, and bring you guys some grapes. All right, everybody. So we are back. We sat through this. We really dove into it, and I gotta say, good stuff.
It is
so.
good stuff.
Starting on the nose here, awesome, decadent. Actually, going back in and exploring a little bit, I got a little bit of like a vanilla sweet cream note that is just heavenly when you pull it away from your nose a little bit. I love that. I gave the nose a 91 out of 100.
I as well gave it a 91 out of 100. It is. The nose is awesome. Like,
yeah.
There's nothing bad to say about it at all. It smells more proofy than it actually is, which is kind of nice sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, for the palate score, I did not think it was as good as the nose, but I gave it an 85 anyway, because it was pretty darn good actually. And I'm not a huge fan of the wine finish whiskeys like this, but this one actually kind of grew on me as I kept drinking the Glencairn. Anyway, what did you have?
Fuck. I really enjoyed the palette. I think for the proof and like the price, I think this palette had so much body and character. I've never had. It's been a while since I've had something that had that much just like hey, this is what I'm offering, like grandeur type presentation. So I really enjoyed the palette. I give it an 89 out of 100. And then lastly is the value for the money, which is $130 for this whiskey. It's a little steep, but in thinking about recent whiskeys and purchases and stuff like that, for $130, I gotta say, the flavor and the stuff that this has to offer, between presentation, story, and the juice in the bottle, I think $130 is a very, very fair price. I gave it the value for the money an 87 out of 100.
Yeah, the presentation on the Blood Oath by Luxfer was just phenomenal. The box, the bottle, everything, and Luxfer puts out good products, as everybody knows. I had a little bit of a less score. I gave it an 85, but it's still pretty respectable for it.
For sure.
Now, you take all those scores, add them up, divide by 3, you know how it is. I ended up with an 87. Very respectable score. That's probably pretty high on our list so far this year.
And I got an 89. Definitely going to be an end of the year contender.
That's going to be.
This is, I put last year's Pack 9 in the end of the year box, and it didn't do amazing. A lot of it had to come down to proof. Mm-hmm. But I think this one's body and character is going to punch right through the proof barrier that we were holding back last year. I think this one actually has a real chance.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a sleeper at the end of the year. Like he said, the proof was a big factor for him, and this year I'm in it, so I'm gonna get to find out. But
Yep.
I think definitely coming up right off the nose, it does not smell like it's 98.6 proof. Like,
Absolutely.
I think there's a really good chance of that hitting the top 10.
Yeah. But that being said, guys, that is all for this review. So if you guys liked it, make sure you guys are doing me a solid and hitting the like button. That would help us out so much. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also, we have memberships. If you want to become a member, it's a $2 or $7 membership that you guys can just become a member, get some free stickers and emojis and some, stuff, just extra stuff. See videos early when they come out. Yeah.
Right.
But that being said, what should I comment? Comment
What you think about the Blood Oath 10, or comment your favorite Blood Oath you have drank and why.
That's perfect. And that being said, guys, we hope you have a great night, and we'll see you all in the next class.
Cheers.